Hi everyone, and welcome to Anke's launch. I love doing these launches. I'm feeling very honoured that I get to host this beautiful women's launch tonight. So I'm Tanya, and I have been part of this beautiful community now for nearly 3.5 years. And I met Anke, not that long.
Hello again.
Known Anke a lot longer than she actually realised.
Hello again.
I'm just gonna make sure you're muted when you come in, just so that everyone can hear properly. So
Hello.
yeah.
Hello.
Hi Mark, we're just going to mute you just for the recording, just so that everyone can hear everyone, and then you can ask questions later if you like.
No, I have a problem with my microphone.
Can you hear us? Okay, so anyway, so without further ado, I'll just keep going. So I just want to share a little bit about my story. Obviously, this is about Anke tonight, but I really think it'll be good for everyone to know a little bit about who I am. So I came into this through the program because I was pretty unwell at the time. I had a lot of autoimmune conditions, or I had an autoimmune.
Hello again. Ich verstehe gar nicht, was jemand sagt, weil mein dämliches
I also had I had adrenal fatigue and I had leaky gut, so I had a lot of things going on at the time. So I was pretty unwell. I had chronic pain, and I had chronic pain, and I had really bad exhaustion. So nano naps were normal for me. I had a lot of joint pain as well. I had arthritis in my hands. So for me, it was really, I was sick a lot. And so it was a real struggle for me to get through my day. And I'd spent about 4 years trying to heal it. I'd been taking all sorts of different supplements. I'd tried all sorts of different treatments and therapies, and nothing seemed to be really working for me. So when I came across this program, I actually thought, well, fruits and veggies are nature's medicine, right? So they actually, could actually work for me. I was watching a friend of mine who was taking them, and she'd been really unwell herself, and all the doctors were scratching their heads thinking, what is going on? What is wrong with her? They didn't actually know what was wrong, and she was getting better. So I thought, I'm going to give these a go. So I jumped in to the program, and within 2 days, my energy was amazing. I was starting to feel better. After 4 days, I had cold sores continuously, and the one on my lip was healing, and I didn't have one ever come back. And then, of course, the chronic pain started disappearing from about 2 weeks on. And then, I used to have things like hair loss that would come out in handfuls. I'd have skin rashes. I looked a real mess. And things just started clearing up for me after about 2 months. So, and here I am now, 3.5 years later, feeling great, looking great, and just the healthiest that I've ever been in my life. And, I absolutely love the program too. This has also supported my family. So when I think about my daughter and how unwell she was mentally unwell. She had a lot of anxiety, and she had panic attacks regularly. And this was cutting. So for her, this was something that was really helping to balance her mood. And I know within the first week, this actually really supported her mood, and she felt more positive. She came out of her room. She stopped crying all the time. It was just constant crying. She stopped cutting. She didn't have the triggers quite as much as she did. And if she did have triggers, she was able to manage it a lot better because she was in a more balanced mood. So for us, this has been life-changing. And, the other thing that I absolutely love about it, which I will tell you a little bit about, is our program is mind, body, and soul aligned. So we really believe that it's really important to ensure that you have all those areas of yourself and your life in complete balance. Because, often people will just focus on their body, and they will really support their body to feel well. But for a lot of them, there's mindset issues. So if you've got a whole lot of mindset stuff going on, if you're in a negative frame of mind, or if you're not very grateful, then it's really difficult to actually keep yourself stress-free, or, in a calmer and more peaceful place. So that, of course, also impacts on your bodily health as well. So that's why we believe mind, body, soul is really important. So our program it's all online, and it gives you all the tools that you need to support your mind, your body, and your health wellness. It gives you online tools such as recipes, meal guides, shopping lists for your body. Then we've got movement, a lot of different movement things. We've got lots of webinars that are available from professionals in those different areas. We've also got gratitude journals, things around mindfulness and meditation, and journaling and grounding. So why we do all these things, why they're important, and how to do them with lots of different ideas. And of course, the other good thing about it is it's lifetime access and it's family friendly. So once you're in there for life. This really supports your whole family. So it's not, if we're thinking about the body aspect of it, you don't have to cook one meal for yourself and one for your family. This really supports all of your family. And of course, the other thing that we really love about it is it's all health focused. So we're not necessarily about weight loss or weight gain. It's all about being healthy, being your healthiest self, and creating a sustainable, healthy lifestyle. So we teach people how to be more sustainable, to set themselves up for being healthy from now and into their future for all of their family. So it's not a quick fix, and it's definitely not a fad or anything like that. So the other thing is we partner with the Juice Plus company as our nutritional support. And the reason we do this is because it's all plants, and we believe in the power of plants. Plants are nature's medicine. They have all the nutrients and everything that your body needs to really survive and to actually thrive. So more than that. Now, when we think about, part of our program is that we teach people how to plate up. And for a lot of people, what they're putting on their plate is about 70 to 80% highly processed food. So this is refined sugars, processed meat and dairies, high starchy and carby type foods. So things that are really heavy and often nutrient poor. And then the other part of their plate is only about 20 to 30% of plants. And that's really sad when we think about how sick people are in the world right now. It's a no wonder they're really unwell. So what we do is we really encourage you and support you to put what is really good for your body on your plate, so that you're able to support your body to function really well and to actually support it to heal as well. And so when we think about what we do, is we support 3 systems in our body. We support the nervous system, and the nervous system is really important to be supported because it gives us it supports our stress levels. So it supports our adrenals. When we are really stressed, our adrenals aren't running properly, and we're in high fight and flight mode constantly. And so it's always in survival mode. The last thing we're going to be wanting to do is eating and digesting our foods. And if we're not eating and digesting our foods properly, then our bodies are not getting the nutrients that it actually needs. So let's have a look at what we need to be putting on our plates. When we think about these 3 systems, we need 10% fats to support our nervous system. We need 30% protein and probiotics to support our digestive system. And we need 60% plant-based carbohydrates to support our immune system. There's a lot of plants, and for most people this is really hard to do, so we teach you how to do that. The other thing is we believe that not only should you eat and live well, but you should also supplement well. So that's another reason we partner with the Juice Plus company. So when we think about our 10% healthy fats for our nervous system, we're thinking about that's the most important thing to support first, because we are giving our neural pathways that beautiful well-oiled myelin sheath, so that our responses become really calm and a lot more responsive rather than reactive. And it really does help to balance and improve our mood. So we've got our beautiful omegas, and these are an omega blend, a 3, a 5, 6, 7, and 9. And the reason that we use only plants, we skip the fish entirely, is because one, it's more sustainable. So we're not removing fish from the sea. Fish are often high in mercury anyway, so they're actually not that great for us. And the other reason is they are way more efficient. They're more, because they are cold pressed, they actually are better for our body, and they can actually be utilized by our body. often when we use omega-3 or fish oils, the process to get them out of the fish is actually heated and chemically processed, which means by the time it goes into your body, it's often toxic, which is actually not doing our body any good, which I can totally relate to because I was on fish oils for 4 years and it did nothing for me. Whereas this has really helped reduce my pain a lot more. So, and the other thing too, of course, that we love about these is that they taste really good. They've got, we skip the fish entirely and we go to the algae that the fish gets the omega-3 from, but we grow ours in a clean and safe environment. And then we've got another 5 plant seed sources in here as well. And these are perfectly balanced to fit with our body. So there is your beautiful myelin sheath that has been lubricated really well. And then your body is able to digest food. So that's when we look at our proteins and our pre and probiotics. These is when our lovely protein powders come in, and these are absolutely delicious, vanilla and chocolate flavors, all plants. The only things that are in here are plants, superfoods, vegetable extracts, pre and probiotics, and added niacin through a food form to really support our mood. And I absolutely love these. I'm not someone who liked drinking my food. I was like, don't give me those protein things. I'm not into those. But I tell you what, these are delish. We have them in a lot of our recipes in the program as well. Not all of them, but some of them. They're great for smoothies, really, really good for smoothie bases. And they are really good for anyone who skips meals, who doesn't like eating breakfast. These are like having a drink. These are great for after school snacks for kids. And really good for hot chocolates, really much healthier hot chocolate. The other thing they're really good for, if anyone is wants to lose weight or gain weight, these are excellent as well. So for and they're perfectly safe for pregnant and breastfeeding mummies as well, which is another really cool thing about them. Vanilla is the best, just saying. Once our digestive system is supported through having our our really good protein powders, and we're able to digest food properly, what we want to do now is we want to be supporting our immune system. It's ready to be supported. And that's when our beautiful micronutrients from our fruits, veggies, and berries come in. These are essentially 33 fruits, veggies, and berries that have been grown in organic, nutrient-dense soil. They have been allowed to ripen and pretty much fall off the tree. They've been snap frozen to make sure that all the nutrients have been kept fresh, and then they are within 24 hours they are actually smashed down, skin, seeds, stalks, everything where all the nutrients are, and they have been placed into a vegan capsule, and that is simply to ensure that oxidation does not happen. Often when we have these veggie powders in containers, you open the container 2 or 3 times and your nutrients are not as efficient. Most of them have actually died. So they're not really going to support your body the same way, whereas these are perfectly live straight away. What do they do when they get in there? They're in your bloodstream within 7 minutes, so they don't go through your digestive system. So if anyone has allergies, you don't have to worry about it because these don't actually get processed in your gut. So that's where the allergies come from. And they go to where your body needs it the most. We don't know what that looks like. For me, it was energy, and then it started really supporting my body to heal. What does it do? It really supports your body to function at a really high level. It supports it to detox normally, like it should be every day anyway. It supports it to make sure that you've got enough energy to get through your day. And it really supports your body to start healing it. So your body knows how to heal itself. It's a well-oiled machine. It's just often it doesn't have the environment that it needs to actually be able to heal itself. So we are giving it the right environment so that it can do what it knows how to do. And of course, the other good thing about these is they're GMO and pesticide free. And, they not only do we have amazing testimonials to say they work, where they're actually backed by research. So we're the most researched product in the world. If you Google or ask Siri, that exact thing, you'll see Juice Plus come up. And of course, we've been around for 50 years, so that's pretty, what does that say? And never, ever, ever had our product recalled. Now, the other really cool thing is, as an adult, when you purchase those products, you actually get to sponsor a child for free. And these are our Yummy Kids Chews. Exactly the same as what's in the capsules. They just have like a tapioca base to make them nice and chewy and palatable for kids. Just the fruit and veggies. And I tell you what, we have some really amazing things that come out of the child health study that's really supported kids' health. And one of those is that the kids visit the doctors less. They have less days off school. They start craving more fruits and veggies, which is something really cool. When kids don't eat many veggies because they don't like them, they actually start asking for them. So that's really, really exciting. We get that a lot. So that's our products. That's our program. What I'm going to do now, because this is all about Anke, I'm going to pass you on over to the gorgeous woman, and I'm just going to spotlight you, honey. So if you just want to unmute, yay. And I'm just going to ask her a few questions and get her to share some things. So thank you to all. I'm sorry, I got a little bit flustered to start with people popping in, but just want to say thank you so much for coming on and supporting Anke. I know that she really appreciates it. Yes. Anke, honey, would you, I'd love it if you could tell everybody, how, what your health looked like before you started on this, what you were looking for, and, what you're finding from our program.
Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for those who had the time and were able to join me tonight. Yes, my journey started less with myself, but with my teenage children I wanted to support. I was really looking into how to support these amazing kids who were very, very talented, but also kind of quite emotional, because as nature always happens, there's a balance in life. So if something is really up here, other things might be more down here. So I was really researching online, what can I do? How can I help my kids to balance their lives out a little bit more? So as I was researching online, I got more and more into vitamins and nutrition, so to speak. The next step that came across my computer was actually that I started to study stress management. Stress management kind of opened up the whole door of amazing information on how you can support people who go through like everyday stressful life, and how to make it better. And one of the main things I've gotten out of these studies right from the beginning is nutrition. Nutrition is just one of the really basic, huge steps in our lives. We sometimes overlook or think, oh yeah, I'm eating an apple a day, I'm fine. I have a carrot for lunch or for dinner. I'm having vegetables, I'm having fruit, I'm fine. But I think in today's world, it's just simply not enough. And I've seen it with my kids. Even my husband, who is very busy with his business, he's trying to get out and be active as much as he can be, but he gets pretty stressed, I'm telling you that. And that's something I don't like to I don't like to have that in my family. I love my family to be healthy and to be happy and have all the opportunities out there they can get. So as soon as I met Tanya, we kind of started talking, and I found out the amazing thing she's doing. She introduced me to the whole system. She introduced me to the program. She explained on how everything works. And I thought, tell you what, knowing what I've learned through my studies, I'm just going to give this a go, because this actually sounds like something I can do. It meant I didn't have to spend more time doing extra things. That was just first of all, just going into the supplements part, and then in the program later on. So the supplements part, I tried on myself. I've had the kids taken them, and even my husband, and I was absolutely amazed. I really was. I'm not just saying that. Most people who do know me, they know that I'm always busy. I'm just a person who can't say, really, I can't say no. If it's within my power that I can help somewhere, that I can step in, that I do something else for other people and help out, I'm the first one who's going to put my hand up and say, yep, that's fine. I'm going to try to get it done. And with that, I myself actually got run down a little bit as well. I had a bit of trouble with sleeping, because as you do, you got to sleep, you plan your day ahead, because there's just so much you need to be doing. And for me, taking these products, it made me actually, go to sleep. So my on and off insomnia I had very quickly actually disappeared, and I could go and keep going and keep going. And it's really kind of improved my day to day. With the kids, I've seen real great progress. Their moods definitely leveled out. They've been really successful. My daughter's been really successful in school, where normally at the end of the school, she would be really kind of running low and hardly getting the energy at the end of the school year to get herself to all the exams and all of that. This year, she was flying. She got even big awards for the most all-rounder excellence from a whole year group, and that's 300 kids. So I can't be a more prouder mum. And I do believe that a little bit of that is to do also having suddenly more sustenance for her to balance herself out. I'm meeting with so many of my friends at the moment, because I love reaching out and socializing as well, as everyone who knows me knows that as well. And I can't say no to a glass of wine, unfortunately. But the amazing kind of compliments I get from all my friends, I'm just blown away. They're all kind of commenting on how positive I am, how they can see the sparkle in my eyes, and my skin has improved. And so I'm I don't know what else to tell you, people.
Doesn't she look fabulous? Doesn't she look fabulous?
I'm having a really good time. So that's from that side of things.
That's awesome. And we know all about you and wine, Anke.
Yes.
We do.
Every photo I'm in, I'm always having
I know, just about. Thank you for sharing that, honey. And the other thing is, you actually were really looking at the business side of it as well as this being part of, your daily life, but also being able to share this with others. So do you want to tell us what you loved about the business side?
The business side, it ties in with my overall goal of being a coach. I want to really enable other people who reach their goals, who kind of kick them in the butt. Stop procrastinating, set goals, and make sure, find a way on how you put them into action, and that you actually can live your life you want to live, and not just a life where you go through the day-to-day routine and you kind of just can't see the end of it. And through this program, the Juice Plus and the Vitality Hub program, I'm really seeing the stepping stones here. I'm seeing, because the nutrition side and the general well-being has to come first. Without us being more balanced and being healthy, we cannot go the next step in making improvements and have realizing our goals. It's just not going to happen. So for me, that's just the perfect platform to launch myself in business, in being able to help other people and being able to reach out and really have something that I believe in, that it works, to be able to pass on and being able to help other people as well. Tanya?
Sorry, honey, I was really enthralled with what you were saying, so I was a little bit focused on you and what you were saying. I love that. I really, really do love that. And what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to unspotlight you for a minute, and we are coming back to you and we will finish with you. But I just wanted to talk a little bit around my own reason for jumping into this, because, you know, I had a reason too, just like Anke. And for me, I was at a point, yes, I was really sick. But after about 4 days, and I realized there was a business behind this, after feeling so good and so much better than I'd ever felt for a long time, I thought this could actually really help other people. I had so many friends and family that were sick themselves, and I thought, what an amazing opportunity to be able to help others and get paid for it at the same time. But of course, the other reason was I was a social worker. And so for anyone who knows social workers, you know, we want to change the world and help so many people. And I just really didn't feel as if I was able to do that. There wasn't enough, there was too many processes and procedures and red tape, and it was just way too hard. I felt that people didn't really want the help. They get referred all the time from agencies and they didn't actually want it. So for me, this like Anke, I love helping, coaching, guiding, teaching, and so this was a really big opportunity for me to actually really impact other people's lives in so many different ways. And the other thing was the absolute income. You know, I love money, and I'm not going to be afraid to say that I love money, but we wanted to grow something that was passive. We wanted to also have the time, so that we not only had the income, but we had the time to be able to use it and experience what we wanted to experience. We love traveling, and we wanted to be able to travel. We wanted to be able to have the home we wanted in the country that we wanted for years. We wanted to be able to be there for our kids, because, you know, right now we felt like we couldn't experience enough things with our kids because we didn't have the time or the money to do it. So this is something that has really grown for me. And, you know, obviously I've left my job. My husband and I traveled around Southeast Asia for 10 weeks and got paid on it. So it really gives you the flexibility to be able to create whatever lifestyle you want. And I tell you what, my next goal, we're retiring my husband so that both of us can have that time together way more often and be able to do what it is that we really want to do. And what really lights me up is being able to see beautiful women like Anke, to actually see them grow into themselves, into what they love doing, to step into their full potential, to really grow that confidence and to be their own boss. That's the other thing. It's so easy for women to be, particularly, it's easy for anyone, but it's easy for women to be their own boss with this, because they are actually able to work this around their own life, their children, their work, whatever it is they're doing. So that's a little bit about me, but I'm going to go back to Anke, and I would just love to ask you just another couple of questions, honey.
Sure.
Sorry if there's noise in my background. My son's just walked in. So tell us, I know that there was, you know, because for most of us when we come in, we're a little bit skeptical, right? So there's probably people here watching that are a little bit skeptical. What would you say to them?
Do you mean skeptical about the business side of things?
Yeah, or anything. Yeah.
Well, business side of things, I have been absolutely amazed on the community we're working with. So one thing I do utterly love is that yes, I can build this business up any way I kind of like. The sky is the limit. But I'm not alone. So I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel, and I don't have to come up with necessarily my own concepts. I'm bringing in my individuality, but it's kind of like there's just this community, and there is the learning opportunity, and that is actually something. The longer I'm with this, and it's hasn't been that long, but the longer every day I'm longer in this, getting the opportunities for self-development, the learning opportunities are just fantastic, and I love learning. That's like one of the big things. The amount of time I normally would spend in front of the computer just researching certain topics and watching some YouTube and doing this and doing that. Now it comes all within a kind of guided and in a package, and it's just amazing. I'm just loving it. What else do I love? Yeah, I love getting together with the girls and having a chat and being motivating each other. Everyone can answer questions and we help each other. It's not, although we are all our own business, we're still working kind of as a group as well. And that is actually, I think the older we get as women, we do love the community, the sense of community, and this business definitely provides that sense of community.
Love it, Anke. Love it. You're on your little soapbox and you can just keep going because you're doing so well. Because I was just going to ask you if there's anything else that you'd like to share with anyone before we go.
Anything else to share? Actually, really, just I think being open-minded, being I know that we hear things, we see things, and sometimes certain things sound too good to be true. And but actually, if you're open-minded, and sometimes we just need to try things. And for me, it has been definitely very much this year about trying new things, and I haven't been disappointed. For whenever I talk to people about to 2020, everyone had a challenging year. I think for me personally, it's been actually a year of giving me the freedom to approach those changes, or giving me the opportunity to approach new things and being able to do things. So this product and this also business opportunity, it's definitely something where you just give it a try. There's nothing you can lose with, and actually opposite, you just can gain so much more. And I know it sounds kind of, I don't know, whatever, but it is the way it is. That's just well, how I have to say it. Tanya, help.
Perfect, honey. You've done great. It's awesome. It's really. I do want to add too, I know that Anke and I have been talking about women in this business, but honestly, we have a lot of men in this business as well. It's just, and a lot of men who are very successful. It's just that this is so easy for women because we can fit it around our busy lifestyles. We can still be mums and be working women and work this. And that's pretty much how I started. Was I came into it as a mum and as a full-time working woman as well, and I worked it up to the point where I could leave that job. So it gives you lots of flexibility and lots of options. I'm just going to take your spotlight off you now, Anke. I just want to say thank you for your share tonight. Beautiful. Loved it. It was great. She's just a natural speaker, isn't she? She's just amazing. So thank you so much, everyone, for coming tonight. And like Anke said, just don't ever be afraid to give it a go. The thing is, you've got nothing to lose, and you could possibly gain so much more in your life. And I know for me, when I first started, I jumped in with both feet straight away. A lot of people don't. A lot of people feel a little bit anxious about it, and I feel like we talked about before, a little bit skeptical, which is totally normal. But honestly, if you're feeling like you've got some questions, you're not sure, you might have some doubts, then please just reach out and ask Anke. She's, you know, more than happy to answer all your questions and, you know, to help you get started on something that could potentially change your life, really, because it certainly did for me. And I've seen so many other people change their lives too through this. And of course, the other thing is it might not be for you, and that's okay. It's not for everyone, but you might know someone that this could really fit beautifully into their life, and someone who needs extra income or actually just needs really good health. They might be really unwell. So on that note, thank you so much for joining us tonight, for supporting Anke on her very new journey. I know she appreciates it, and didn't she do well? Yes. And yeah, any questions, just reach out to her, and have a beautiful rest of your day wherever you are in the world. Evening for us in New Zealand, daytime in Germany, I assume. But anyway, enjoy, and we'll see you again. Bye. Bye, Anke.